and I hope you enjoy your evening. I know your family and friends are coming in to join you. So let's just have a little chat for a moment. When your family and friends come and join you in spirit, sometimes they will do it in the most obscure way. But it's when you look back when you look back at different things that has happened, sometimes things that you feel maybe wasn't meant to happen, but everything that happens for a reason. And always and ever, just be aware of your loved ones with you. I always say it's like a party. And the lovely thing about it is that you don't have any boundaries of what you can say to them. You can be very real, just as they're very real to you. They come back to us with the same characteristics as they had when they were here. If someone who was very much, we'll say, talked very loud and had a brash personality, if they came back to you ever so meek and quiet spoken, and say, no, that's not my dad. That couldn't be. They have the same personality. It is their trademark, basically. So, just be aware of them at that level, because it is really a great gift to be aware of their presence. When I know when I started, first I said Spirit had their work cut out to get me to tune into them, because I'm left-brained and everything has to have an explanation. Everything has to have a label that says, this is so-and-so, this is what they did, and down the list. But as time went on, and I suppose getting older as well, it changed my perception of what could happen. And little by little, grinding away at the stone, they got me here. I do say at times kicking and screaming, but they got me here, and I love every moment of it, because that's what the essence of spirit does for us when we connect with them. They give you that joy. They give you that sense of the healing, because that's really what we're about. We're not doing it for the sake just of communicating with them. We're making their presence aware to you, and that's the lovely part of working in mediumship. I have a group called the Celtic Spirituality and Mediumship Group, and we meet twice a week. That's Tuesday night is for our meditation. It's an hour relaxation and meditation, and then Friday night we have guest mediums. So you're always welcome to pop in. You'll find the connection on FindMeAMedium through Veronica, who has been so supportive of us over the last about 18 months. I feel that we're with Veronica now. So with that note in mind, I have a gentleman that's drawn close, and as I'm talking here, he's sitting back, and I'll go over the info again in a moment. But he's just sitting back, and he's very chilled out. He likes to have his pint, because I'm just seeing him sitting back in the chair, and it's as if, let the world go by. Don't get too caught up, because I feel there was more girls in his family than boys, and he would say the girls can get worked up over little things, and that would be his attitude to life, to relax and to be conscious of what you have and not what you don't have. There's no point in trying to, I suppose, what would be the right way to describe it? If you don't have it, something that you're looking for, that you wish you had, the choice is yours to work for it. And okay, 9 girls, 2 boys, Cindy, how are you? You would understand. What I would ask is that you keep coming back to me so that I can get more information. The more I have from you, the more I get from him. You would understand that this gentleman would be very laid back and would have that attitude that it would be important to not be wasting your energy. I feel with this gentleman that there was a stroke condition. I feel with that there was okay. At the end, it was a massive stroke that brought his end. Okay, I'm talking about 3 days. He's telling me 3 days being very significant. I feel he had ill health for some time, and I feel it was different conditions. He would also have been diagnosed with heart problems earlier on. I feel all of this in his symptoms was hard to diagnose, really. He loved a pint and ate $3. Who is this? Anna. He was very laid back. Just let me work with Anna as well, and we'll just see, come back with what you can take. There. Okay, Cindy, that's fine. Thank you for working with. But just stay listening anyway, and we'll see what happens. And Bernadette, 6 brothers and 2 sisters. Now, this would be more female, because he just sees there's a lot of female energy around him. But let us work with him. I feel in the end, he had difficulty speaking. I feel that was very significant, and it was kind of distressing to see him trying to speak. And he said, he's saying that all of that feeling is gone, and he's sorry that because he knows how distressed you were, whoever this is for. He's saying, I know you were very distressed watching me, and I was distressed trying to get across what I needed to say. I feel too with him. One of the he has okay. He keeps coming in with pictures to me, and that's something unusual to get and try to get the info from it. What he's shown me is in the countryside, and he's shown me a single-story house out in the countryside, and I feel with that was either his home, his birth home, or his family home where he had his children. I feel too with him. Okay, he's telling me. Okay, Lisa, and Lisa, you could understand the larger, more females than males in the family. Okay. Who can understand Yorkshire? Who can understand connections with Yorkshire? Because I feel that's significant. Lisa and Anna earlier. Lisa, you would need to have, the family would need to be, as I said, more girls than boys, and who also here at the moment is experiencing migraine headaches, because it's just making me aware. And you're in Yorkshire, Stacey. Okay, you would understand, Stacey, the fact that this was a gentle spoken man. You would find that he could lose his temper, all right, and raise his voice, but in general, he was a very quiet spoken man and very laid back, and would literally, he said, leave the girls, they'll do all the shouting for me. It's like, okay, that's fine. Thanks, ladies, because I feel I'm with Stacey, because this is important, that his personality. Now, you also, Stacey, need to be aware of the house and the countryside, because I have this scene that as I look out, I'm seeing fields rolling out in front of me, and fields and hills rolling out in front of me. Now, I know Yorkshire is hilly, because I'll never forget driving through it. It was beautiful. I also feel with them that there's, as I said earlier, there's someone in the family that is experiencing migraine, and he's taken in, and so do you, right, Stacey? He's taken in healing for and it's a female. He's taken in healing. And he said that there's a large family in the spirit world with him, and they're all okay. And that's lovely, because he's just talking, bringing me to the point that there's a large family in the spirit world who love you and who is taking in healing for you as well. And I feel that that's very important at the moment, because there's times when you feel it's not going to end. And yeah, well, they're well aware of how it impacts on you. Like migraine, for someone who never suffered migraine, I can't say how debilitating it is, but I know it from friends, and your family and friends in spirit, they know it. So just be aware. Now, coming in, they always, with me, they always bring, when there's healing coming in, they always bring in that blue energy that comes in and around here. And it's just is that essence of purity that comes with it. He's saying too that over the last 5-6 months has been a difficult time for you. And he's not going into what that is, but I feel it's significant enough for you to know what it's about. That he's saying not to worry. There's no need to worry, put it that way, but he knows the reason that you're worrying. But he's saying just to let it be, and they'll look after it from the spirit world. So I'll leave you with that message, Stacey. He's just coming in, and again, he's going into that lovely quiet energy. He's handing you a tulip. And I feel with the tulip, okay, because I'm just asking him there what colour. He's giving you the purple tulip. And I think that for that reason alone, he's come in tonight about wanting you to, okay, you know your pathway. And he says the purple represents spirit. And you know that where spirit wants to take you, whether you make that choice to go where they want to take you. But I feel there's trance. I feel there's a lot of really in-depth work ahead for you. So I leave you with his love, and thank you for working with me. Lovely, lovely gentleman. Okay, lovely, Stacey. That's great. He's a happy man. He's a happy man now in spirit. You can just imagine what it's like for them when they get through. they're there and saying, hallelujah, we got through with a message. But I know yeah, their presence is always there with you. But sometimes it's just nice to have that confirmation from coming through another medium. Lovely. Okay, what do we have next? Right, I'm with... I have a little girl here and she's dancing. Now, hello, Carol, how are you? It is lovely to get a spiritual hug. It is lovely. And it just gives me the goosebumps when they draw that close. Okay. Now we'll just see who we have. I have this little girl dancing. Not sure now she's in spirit. I feel I'm being told it rather than her telling me. I have a little girl, gorgeous, really little dolly, gorgeous hair, it's like a wavy hair going down her back. And she's full of the joys. She's full of the joys. Okay. Right. This little girl is here. I got that feeling straight away that she wasn't in spirit. Now, the memory comes from her grandma. The grandma's in spirit. And you would understand, whoever I'm with, you would understand a grandma who doted on her granddaughter. I feel with the granddaughter, the reason that she came in, her energy came in, is that at the moment she's gone through a lot of decision time, because her grandma says she needs the support. She needs to just know that life is life will take her where she needs to go. And I feel in saying that once she makes up her mind, all will be well. But it's to get there is always the problem. It's the hard part to get to that point of. I always feel with young people today, there's so many choices that it's hard to make the choice. And that can be distressing and create anxiety for young people when they choose careers and things like that. Now, the grandma, I want to go back to her because that's just the way she came in. She's still walking away in spirit. She's doing what she always did, looking after family and worrying about them. She would be a warrior. She would have been a lady who had quite a lot of input into this little girl when she was here. I feel with there's the name of Anna. There's the name too of Georgie is what is coming through. Not George, Georgie. It's Helen. How are you? You can take this. Lovely. Can you take the name Georgie? No, it was. I was trying to make it fit to George, but no, she won't have any of that. I won't cross this lady in the nicest possible way. I won't cross her, but she has that lovely. She has that lovely strong energy, and I feel too with her. You could. Pardon me for saying it this way, but you could kill her and at the same time hug her, because she would just, you got what she thought, you got it. And there was no two ways about her. I feel, when I say that, I feel her chest creating problems for her. And I feel that was ongoing problem for her. I feel too that as I'm with her, she would have loved the bit of I'll come out with terms that we'd say here. Not Georgie, but George. Right, okay. I was picking it up. It's the way I was picking it up. That's fine, Helen, once you can understand it. This lady now, with her, I feel that in her earlier years, she had heartache. She lost someone very close to her. She's not gone into it. All she's shown me at the minute is that she lost a child, or she either lost a child or it was one of her siblings, because she's shown me just a white sheet, and she's taken me back to that when it was times when she questioned life, when she was very, very lonely and very isolated, if that makes sense to you. I feel too with her, you would really have to admire her for the strength that she had, because she just worked tirelessly for everyone and in the family and with friends as well. She wouldn't, because she was the one that would say what she thought, she was respected for that. That was the way that she was. That was her personality. And family respected that because they felt she wasn't saying something behind their back and saying the opposite to her. And I feel with that, she wanted to think in terms of rescuing, I suppose, people would be the easiest way, because she'd see them getting into strife and then she'd come along and say, come on, get out of that. So that would be the way. Now, if I say that sometimes, and it started to say it there's terms sometimes I use, and it would be the terms we'd use in Ireland, and because I use it so much in my everyday language, that it doesn't always be understood. Because when we say bold here, we mean naughty, whereas in England, bold means brave. That type of thing I'm talking about. So sometimes you just need to ask me to clarify something. I feel too with her, she's talking about 6. Now, either she has 6 children or a family of 6. There was something significant in her family about 6. I also feel that as I'm linking with her, she was widowed. She was the widow. Her husband passed before her. Now, I also feel that as I'm linking with her, there is a connection with April. There's a connection with either anniversary, birthday, or passing. And I feel that as I'm looking at that, it's okay. She lost a son at birth. My daughter was 6 yesterday. Okay, so just let me work with her, and sometimes they come in where they can come in with someone else, with another vibration of energy that's similar to their own, and that can happen very easily, because especially in the way we work here, more so. Okay. I know I'm not to ask questions, but Helen, is your 6-year-old the little girl with the long hair? Because I'm just looking at this little girl dancing around the place. It just seems like a joy, and this is why this lady's coming in, this granny's coming in. I feel too with her that there's more than a birthday yesterday. There's a significant event that she's talking about, the celebration. Right, Helen, thanking you. Now, I ask you that for a reason, because there's also another grandchild that is at decision-making time. That's why I asked, because your little girl wouldn't be at that point, because it's important just to get the energy placed right, because her message is about the strength and courage that's coming in for this grandchild. It's important at the moment that there's support both here and from the spirit world, because there's anxiety about making a choice. And okay, Helen, can you understand this about a relationship? Because you know, I'm being rolled around in this, and it's just not. It's not for us to make sense of things, but it's us to make sense of presenting it, and that's what I'm feeling, that there's coming and going happening, and it's just like I want to. She says, "Just get on with it." She's saying that to me. Just get on with it. Okay, can you understand the name of Anne or Annie around this lady? Because I feel there is a connection with that name. Okay. It was daughter's and son's birthday yesterday. You had a busy house. I'm sure there was plenty of cakes and buns and sweets floating around the place. Okay, she said, I say that, and she comes along and she says, "Did you bake?" Because she doesn't. She's saying, "I don't think there was a cake baked at home." Okay, I'll. She is that bit of a trickster as well. She just wants to play the game too. She says, when you're there. Okay. I just feel at the moment that that's she's coming in with that dimension of love. Hers and the 6-year-old's middle are lovely, because she just made that impression on me. She's a little bit like the gentleman I had earlier. You wouldn't expect the fun part just by her presence, but she was really, really a wind-up merchant. She loved, but in the nicest possible way. It wasn't to create trouble, but she just liked having me on anyway. I want to say that there's a rose that was planted. There was a rose that was planted in her memory, in the family, and she's enjoying that. She said it's in a very windy spot. So I'll leave you with her love, Helen, because I feel she could go on and on and on tonight. She's also, okay, Helen, right, she's coming to you now, and she wants to tell you the sleepless nights, she's aware of you not sleeping well, and she says just try and relax more before going to bed, because she's aware of your thoughts. She's aware of your mind walking through a lot of things at the minute, and I feel within that, okay, she's saying about there's a special book that she had. It's not a Bible, and it's not, but it's like a small book. Okay, it's a small book of affirmations. That's what it is, and she's asking you to open at night time to open that book on a page and read the affirmation and go into that energy, and it will help you to sleep. All right. Thank you for working with me, Helen. That was lovely. I tell you, her arms go around you. It's really beautiful energy. Bless you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Right. Who have we next? Okay. There's two sisters here. Now, they'd be aunts, because I don't feel they were married. That's a statement and a half to make, isn't it? It doesn't mean that at all. But I feel these two ladies lived together for their lifetime. And what I'm feeling with them is that they were elderly when they passed. And I always be aware of that word, elderly. But they would, when they would tell a story, and as they were telling the story, one would step in and continue. It was like they were in harmony. It was, yeah, it just takes me back to someone I actually knew. And they would tell the story, and it was unreal, because even in the most intricate place in the story, the other would take over. But they knew each other that well. They had blended their lives together. I feel these ladies lived well into their 80s. I feel too that as I'm linking with them, there wasn't a long time between the passings, that they passed fairly quickly. I also feel, as I'm with them, that there is, okay, I feel they're connected into the family all right. So when I find who I'm with, Donna, okay, at the latter part, would you understand, Donna, them talking like that, so that one could finish the story for the other? And I feel that they were, as I say, their energy is kind of so close. And right, yeah. Right, I had missed out on the twin. Yeah, okay. I read the rest of it. It just shows you never ignore the small print. Yeah, I just feel that the energy was there, so close together. I feel with them that they're talking, one of them, sometimes they would. Okay, Donna, you would understand too that when they passed, that there was a lot of legal work had to be done, that things wasn't exactly as easy as it should be. I feel too with them that it wasn't, they just weren't orientated towards the problems that could arise being in that situation, that once the things wasn't tied up completely in life, decisions wasn't made when they were here. And I feel that they're very aware of the situation that they left behind. I feel too, you would understand one of them living abroad for a time, going back in time. They're showing me water between them. I also feel that as I'm with them, that there's, okay, the 15 is coming up. It's the 15th of the month, or 15 was significant for them. As I'm with them too, I feel that one of them had like a stroke condition, but I feel it's just not as simple as a stroke. It was something, given symptoms like it, that she lost the power of communication. She lost the ability to be able to. Okay, right. You would understand one of them getting dementia. You live in Canada. Okay, that's probably the water. I just seen the water, expanse of water. Yeah, it's like I said about the not being able to do things. Is what I'm being impressed now that one of them had dementia and lost a lot of their one aunt had a stroke. Okay, I just feel there was a deeper, it's coming from in an old stroke, like the body finds it difficult to function. But you would also, the reason what I'm saying is, what I'm getting is that the energy, it was leaving before, the essence of her spirit was leaving before her passing. That's what I'm trying to get around to saying. Sorry, when I'm in this space, I don't always be clear. Though my family say I'm never clear, but yeah, I just feel, I have that feeling. Okay, I have that feeling that there was that situation. I also want to say that they would have loved their cats, because I'm looking at cats just going around. It's going around them. They also would have wanted to be, they were animal lovers, but not, their situation didn't allow to have a lot of animals. So the cats, I've seen 3 cats passing me, but I don't feel they were at the same time. I feel that they are cats that they had in their lifetime. I also feel that at the moment there was something lost following their passing, something that was an heirloom, or something that was very important to the family. Would you understand that? And it's like, it's known that they would have had it. Okay, all I'm getting was an heirloom. It was known that they had this heirloom, and it can't be found now or after the past. Okay, there's military, there's something. Okay, it's like a medal. It's something I can hold in my hand, because as I'm saying that, it made me stretch out my hand. Okay, Donna, would you understand a medal going missing? A military, what would you say? Award, or if you understand that they were awarded a medal, and that okay, Donna, would you understand the medal, a significant award with this medal, because that's what's important. I want to talk in terms of them having this medal has been mislaid along the way, and I don't know. Okay, they didn't have cats. That's fine. I'd be more focused on the medal. I'd have to be right with the medal, because that's more important. Can anyone else understand the situation of the two sisters and a medal to cut it down, two sisters living together, and the significant thing about them coming through, and my grandma, I didn't feel, Kylie, I didn't feel this lady was married. But you understand the medal, because this has to be the key to this information, this communication, rather. I'm really seeing this, feeling this like a box. They had 3 cats, and my aunt's jewelry went missing. Okay, Chrissy. No, Chrissy, it's not. Sorry, it's not. These were together. These were together to the end, and until one passed. But it's, yeah. I just feel both my grandma and sister both were divorced. Okay, but Kylie, what about the medal? What about this gentleman? And the medal is there anyone listening that can understand a medal? I'm trying to think of the word that I would say for how someone was awarded a medal, but there's something about this medal is more important. Your grandfather, Kylie, you would understand the medal being lost or mislaid after his passing. Now, what I'd also ask you, Kylie, or say to you, one of my aunts, Lisa, and I have the medals. They aren't missing. There was something about after he passed that. Now, Lisa, I have to ask you: have you 2 aunts that would be your granddad's sisters? And okay, Kylie. Now, that's what I'm looking for, bravery award. Oh, do I take the long way around things? And just pulling at trying to make sense of it. It was stolen. And Dorothy, you have 2 aunts, so there's a significance about 2 sisters that were living together and were very close. I call it in harmony. That's the easiest way of saying it. That's Dorothy I'm asking. Because it's just the fact of getting it in. What I hate doing is getting the information in from spirit and not serving them by giving the information to the right person. Too close. Right, Dorothy. Thank you, everyone else, for being there for me and for your family. But I feel, yeah, Dorothy, I feel I'm with you. You would understand one of the sisters would be Lisa, and her sister. It was their dad's medals, 2 sisters. All I can say is just listen, Lisa, because in that there's, I said it earlier, I made reference to it earlier, sometimes they can come in on the same vibration. You would understand that at the moment there is a lot of change going on within the family. There's a lot of there's someone moving house. There's someone something to do at work. There's change going on. There's just a lot of change. Nothing bad, all but change. And it's like being on a roller coaster. When one thing seems to be put right, another comes up. This is the feeling I'm getting. And within that, there's one of you is actually feeling it I talked about a roller coaster. You feel it in your stomach. It's like you have that churning going on in your stomach. And I feel that that's where, at the moment, there is the healing coming in from the spirit world. And this time, the healing's coming in. You have an abundance of healing energy within you. And that's important at the moment to recognize, because what you're doing is you're already healing. You're already working with the healing energy. But just takes that energy for yourself as well. It's just not about giving out to others. I always equate it to, you get a bag of sweets, lovely photos of the sweets in the front of the bag, and it's lovely. You enjoy every sweet in it. But that bag is still a sweet bag, but it's no use anymore if everything inside it is gone. And that's sometimes how we work with ourselves. We don't notice that we need to replenish what we've taken and spent on ourselves. So, Dorothy, that's what they're coming in and saying at the moment, because I feel I have a way of saying you suffer from yes-itis. Start suffering from no-itis instead. It's a lot more rewarding at the end of the day. You will reap the benefit of it. You can't be everything to everyone except yourself. And that's what's important for you at the moment. You're doing so many things for everyone and not for yourself. All right, Dorothy. Take their love, take their blessings, and take their healings coming in. Okay, thank you for working with me. Got there eventually. I just say, like, I go to London to go to Dublin. My carbon footprint is all over the place. All right. Oh, I have a lady that's been here a little while. The first thing she's impressing on me is Easter time. So I'm feeling there was someone passed around Easter. I feel with this lady, there was a number of health issues, but there was diabetes, there was hip problems, there was okay. She's also made me aware of hearing problems. I feel with her that I want to be, I'm not, I'm in my 60s. I don't feel that I'm much more as I'm looking at her. I feel too that one of the things that she would be, you'd know she was around, she had a lovely singing voice. Bless her. She would be singing, you would hear her. Okay. I feel, Kylie, you would understand this lady being not too tall. She would have been about 5'4", and when she was sprightly, she would have been more or less in her heyday, when she was in her full strength. She wouldn't walk anywhere. She'd kind of half run. It'd be like dancing. She was speedy. She would go from here to there in what we would say jig time, very quickly. And she had a way about her of doing 101 things at the same time. That would be, she wouldn't be relaxed at any stage. I feel she was a lady that didn't like sitting down a lot, nor did she like anyone else sitting down either. She would like to see everyone working and pulling their weight in the house. I feel I'm looking at her here at the minute, and she's putting up a tin on a shelf, and as she's putting the tin up, I think there's kids around her. So I feel that tin had magic goods in it. It was the little sweet lollipops and sweets. She also just boiled sweets. And I feel that would be, and also is it clove sweets, those with the red and white stripes in. This is what she's shown me. Now she comes back to the hearing. You would understand the loss or not having good hearing in one ear, because that's yeah, I know she used it as an excuse, selective deafness, but no, she had difficulty hearing in one ear. She also talks about how she would go out and work in her garden as her saving grace. So I feel she would have, as I said, she was always on the go, but there was something that when she'd go out into the garden, she would relax. Always, that was her saving grace out in the garden. She loved her roses. She loved her flowers, all the different. She's shown me now what I would say asters. When the asters comes in all colours, and when I'm looking at them, they are beautiful colours. So she loved having, and I'm looking at pots. Also, she's telling me she has her geraniums. Now, I think, was it last week I was here, and there was a lady, I remember having geraniums, and we talked about it afterwards. Geraniums would be the flower that older people would have in their homes. But there's actually a reason for that, because as we get older, we are drawn towards the geranium, the smell of the geraniums. And she would have, geraniums is a good balancer for the hormones, for the older, the more mature. That's the nicer way to say it, isn't it? The mature, lovely. She would be a keen gardener, and as I said, that was her saving grace. But the geraniums, the scent that comes from geraniums is a good balancer, a hormone balancer. I did aromatherapy, and we would use that for the mature ladies. Yeah, and I just feel because she was such a go lady, she needed to have something that took that energy and balanced it for her. And I feel as I'm doing that, it mightn't want to take this. She wants you to do the same. She wants you to take the time, find something. And you know, when I just glanced up at pots, would you understand you liking to do pottery or wanting to do pottery? Because again, not everyone's life now can have the gardens and have the flowers. But in doing pottery, because of working with the clay, you can get that same relaxing rhythm to de-stress. And that's, I don't know if you already do it or if it's an interest for you, but she would definitely recommend that. Yeah, don't allow time to go past. Enjoy every moment, because our moments are precious, with memories, with everything that we do. We sometimes take it for granted. I feel Okay, there's a young man that wants to travel, and she's saying, yeah, it's good to travel, but she says there's worry going on behind the scene. But okay, she's saying that travel is an education in itself, and she is saying, yeah, go with what he feels. Let him decide what he wants to do in the traveling, and sometimes that means an awful lot more better than an education in university. So I feel that's important to her at the moment. She's given me the month of April, and I already said that to you. The month of April and Easter time has been significant. Okay. If you can understand, Kylie, and I can understand where you are with that, your energy is also on a high. Roberta, lovely. Just let me go back to what you were saying about your son. Just to be aware that where the stress levels rise when you're in a situation, when you're caring, when your caring has to go into a higher drive, just to take that time out for you, because that's important. And your son, yes, I have a grandson, high functioning, autistic, and he's living a great life. He's living away from home now, and he has a girlfriend. So, sometimes when we hear labels, it can be scary, but it's not always, because they have a much higher aptitude for understanding some things. So, yes, but it's for you to be aware of taking the time for you, and that's the important thing at this moment in time, and to chill out a little bit. Maybe the pottery is something you might think about. I don't know. That's for you to choose from. You have free will. Now, what she's given me here, I asked her what she wanted to give you, and she's given you actually beautiful, beautiful yellow roses. Yellow roses, Spirit World uses those as symbolic for a couple of things. One is that yellow is about opening to change. It's about expressing. It's connected to our solar plexus chakra, and when we open, when we work with that chakra, it's about accepting the change that happens around us, and knowing that, okay, it's all right to go with the change. Some things helps us to grow in our spirit, and that's the yellow roses. This is what she's given you, and I can see this beautiful. There has to be a dozen or more roses here for you, and that's significant as well, because there's so many different things that you have done for people in the past, and now is the time for you to take that energy in. So it really is, it's something that's precious in you that you need to find, and really that comes from our heart. I will leave you with her love, and thank you for working with me. It has been, bless you. I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers, and I'll put you in the healing book, Kylie, if you don't mind. You have, who have we next? Derek Spiel. He's on at 9 o'clock. And again, Derek can bring beautiful messages through from Spirit. Thank you all for working with me. It's been lovely. And sorry about the kind of to and fro and back a little bit. It was just strange. We never know what way they're going to work. We just go with the flow. Until we meet again, which will be next Thursday, back again with you next Thursday. And it was absolutely lovely linking up with your family and friends in the spirit world. And your energy created the beautiful healing that was coming through there. So thank you all.